Hi, this is Jesse Morrison, and this is my crowd of three peoples. Going to go ahead and start that introductory speech. Okay, so I was supposed to talk about where I live. So I live essentially downtown Denver. To all the natives, I would say that I live next to the cash register building. What? That would be something that not very many people know, not even very many natives know, but it's something to talk about, I suppose. Um, but ultimately, I would actually like to leave Colorado, and perhaps I've kind of focused on going to Alaska. Honestly, simply because I've talked to a good friend of mine who's a dermatologist, and she's told me that there is an interesting PA school out there that could indeed accept more so people than Colorado PA schools accept. So it would be interesting simply for that reason, for career wise, but also she's talked about how it is a very communicative kind of place. They're actually very close about everything, and also the idea that low cell phone reception out there is very appealing. It's a little bit more sociable. You can actually talk to a lot more people and do a lot more things, in my opinion, by doing that. So, career wise and social wise, Alaska could kind of be my ultimate thing. It looks interesting for that reason. So, for now, though, I do a lot of things with the Colorado Community College of Denver, but that's mainly just to knock out my Associate of Science. That's in preparation as long as I can possibly go to get as many classes done, in essence, to prepare myself for my last little bit of time in University of Colorado Denver to knock out my bachelor's in science. And I'll have to figure out my major when I'm there to do that. But ultimately, that's kind of what I would like to do, to figure out where I'm going to end up ultimately bringing my physician's assistant's degree. Um, Speaking of that, is my area of study, so it'll be a science degree. So once I actually go for the bachelor's, that's when I find out all the differentials and things that I can possibly choose from for that. The ultimate idea with that one is, like I said, to transfer myself into a school for becoming a physician's assistant. So it's an interesting thing for my life, personally, because I'm a cancer patient, so I have a lot of experience by being in hospitals and dealing with it on that level. But in the interesting side of things, on the emotionalist side of things, I like the idea of learning about the hospital and as far as how it works and how possibly I could very much work there. Um, that is a very important thing in my life, but I suppose I could also talk about some hobbies, which are a little bit away from my school studies. But I do enjoy camping, and I do that a lot in many different ways. Of course, there are the different levels of like rudimentary camping. You can go with a lot of your friends at that point. Everyone will go with you for that. And then there are the extreme kind of levels of camping that only maybe two or three of your friends will actually say yes to doing that. So there is that. I like to bike. I like to hike. And outside of that, because I'm a college student, I don't really have much time to develop many other hobbies. So I guess I used to be an artist at one point in my life, but that doesn't really get visited very often. So once I finally do get my degree, though, I would like to actually travel outside of the states. My main focus right now, like I said, outside of my hobbies and everything, would just be my medical degree. I would like that very much to look into ways that I could possibly help other people in much less fortunate circumstances. We live in a wonderful country and we have a lot of opportunities here. It's obviously something we've all grown up with, so it's wonderful to see. But then reading and understanding a lot of different countries out there that they don't have even the kind of care that can cure the most very basic of things. It's very heartbreaking. So I would say that I'd like to visit some of the spots that I don't really quite know these days, but perhaps in South America, maybe Africa, or different areas within Europe that are a little less visited. Um, so I don't really quite know that very much at the moment. I would find that out, I think, more or less as I go further into PA school. That would be the time where you could actually appropriate enough time and efforts into understanding these things a little bit further. So those are the things about me, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for listening.